SpongeBob. Does anybody know where SpongeBob came from? Other than the ocean? Story? The guy that created SpongeBob, I think he was a professor, I believe, or he was in school at Humboldt.
And he studied like sponges.
And it's got a famous oceanography program, right? And he was teaching little kids about the ocean. And so he came up with SpongeBob as a means of educating.
And did he like create like an actual sponge first? But it's like nobody's going to recognize it, so it's like whatever, so he made it into an actual sponge.
He might have done that. I'm not sure about that, but that's okay. Now I decided, I was in Taiwan a couple of years ago, and they have one of their great foods is called stinky tofu. And so I thought it'd be really cool to have a really rude, nasty counterpart to SpongeBob, so I came up with stinky tofu. And so that's just one simple, small little microcosm of an idea for a character so it's a spin-off. Well, I'm still developing the thing. I haven't gotten it right. And I don't know if I'm going to make it sort of like in the same style as this, or just making it my own style. I don't know yet. I have to decide. Yeah.
Let's take it to awkward to SpongeBob. This nightmare fuel picture of SpongeBob where he's sort of pulling out his jaw, just like screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, also when he pulls out his jaw, he's like screaming to help on his hand. It's really creepy. If you look at it just straight on, it's just, you're gonna think if it's real.
Okay, so what is this character based on? No, what's the basics? Rectangle, not a square. That's, well, yeah, we're really getting to the basics. So let's start off by drawing, well, the basic shape. Rectilinear shape. Okay, and I'm drawing transparently, as you can see, because, where's Cody? Yeah. I want to build this character. I don't want to just draw like an outline of it. Because if I'm thinking about it in terms of transparently, I'm thinking in terms of building a structure that's going to fool people into thinking that it occupies 3 dimensions. And so this is just the real basics. So everybody feel like we're not in the, it doesn't require any major talent to do what I just did here. It's basic shape, drawing it transparently. Okay, and it's the beginnings. Okay. And then what I often do when I'm designing characters, I like to get a sense of where the center of everything is. Because if we look at SpongeBob, we'll see that SpongeBob is basically a symmetrical character. It means one side is basically the same as the other. So if you built this, if you're doing a 3D model of this, the person that was building the 3D model of this thing would probably just build one half of it. And then you press this button called symmetry and just flops it over and you got the other half finished. So when people are building characters in 3D modeling programs, they usually just build one half at a time. And just press symmetry and boom. Okay, so I'm transparently figuring out where the center of everything is. Okay, now his arms and legs are what? What's the basic shape of his arms and legs? Cylinders, right? Just big long ones. And it's about here. So what I'm doing, bisecting the side of SpongeBob on each side, right? Again, you can't see this side of SpongeBob, but I'm drawing it anyway. And I'm drawing right through it, so I got a nice symmetrical cylindrical sort of shape. And he's got this sort of like sleeve deal going on here, which doesn't make any sense because if you're not wearing a shirt, you don't just have the sleeves on. But anyway, cartoons are all about suspension of disbelief. We assume that it's a weird situation because he's got this shirt with a tie, and then he's got his sleeves on the sponge, so it doesn't make sense. So one great thing about cartoons that I like about it is it doesn't deal with logic. So the shape of the sleeves, what are those basically?
Cone.
Cones, beautiful. So I'm drawing sort of a cylindrical. Right. Yes, and I'm going to give it transparent construction all the way through. Right. Okay. Right. So are we dealing with anything too complex yet? What do you think, Edwin? Could you handle this so far?
Drawing through is kind of interesting with the sleeve that cuts it off right here.
But you feel, see, the thing is you can't see the contact point of this other sleeve, but I feel it. It's solid. I know it's there, and I know it's in the right spot because it was properly constructed. Okay, so what's next? Okay, so now I'm going to make these arms coming out. I think I'm going to bend mine a little bit. So I'm basically drawing the cylinder coming out. And as you can see, I'm drawing transparently all the way through there. I'd be sharpening my pencil a little bit more too, because I really think working with a good sharp pencil is better, but I'm not going to keep running back and forth. Okay. So let's see how long these arms are about. And I think, and this all comes down to this animation style